Good morning, dear students. Let us take question number 9 from exercise 5.7, that is log of log x. For this, we have to find out the second derivative, second order derivative. Let us take derivative 1, that is y1 is equal to means ddx of log x. So ddx of log x is 1 by x, that way it will be 1 by log x, into then ddx of log x is again 1 by x. So y1 is equal to 1 by x into log x. Okay. Now we can take this on this side also, and then we can find out the derivative of this whole thing. So let us take like this. So this one comes here, y1 into x log x is equal to 1. Like this also we can proceed. So now suppose we treat this x into log x as one quantity, okay, and this y1 as another quantity. So it is a product of two quantities. Suppose we treat that way, and then we take the derivative, ddx of y1 into x log x is equal to ddx of 1. So now treating this as product of 2 by using product rule, the ddx of y1 is y2, ddx of y1 into x log x, next plus y1 into ddx of x log x is equal to ddx of 1 is 0. So then it will be y2 now, ddx of y1 is y2 into x log x plus y1 into ddx of x log x can be again treated as product of two functions, u into v. Suppose you consider this x as u and this as v. So using that product rule again, it will be ddx of x is 1, so log x will be here, plus x, and ddx of log x is 1 by x, 1 by x. So is equal to 0. X cancelled from here. So we have now y2 into x log x plus y1 into log x plus 1. So log x plus 1 as it is equal to 0. Now from here we need to separate y2. So there is second order derivative. So if you take this one that side, it will be like this, y2 into x log x is equal to minus y1 into log x plus 1. And as you know, y1 is what? 1 by x log x. You can use it here. First let us take this x log x also to that side. y2 is equal to minus y1 into log x plus 1 divided by x log x. But as you know, y1 is 1 by x log x. So y1, if we substitute by 1 by, it is minus 1 here, minus 1 by x log x, here will be one more time x log x into this x log x, yeah? And here will be log x plus 1, 1 by x log x into x log x. So the final thing will be minus log x plus 1 divided by x log x the whole square. This is y2, that means d2y by dx square. Therefore d2y by dx square is equal to minus log x plus 1 divided by x log x the whole square. This is our answer. Okay students, let us take question number 10, sine of log x. Okay, taking derivative y1 is equal to ddx of sine of log x. So ddx of sine is cos of log x. Then log x, its derivative is 1 by x. So it will be cos of log x by x. This is y1. Now taking second order derivative again, then it will be d dx of y1 is equal to d dx of cos log x by x. If we treat this part as u by v, no, that way also you can get our answer. So it will be now here d dx of y1 is y2. So then using this u by v rule here, u dash v plus minus v dash u divided by v square. U dash means cos log x, its derivative d dx of cos log x is minus sin log x. Then d dx of log x is 1 by x. U dash v is x, then minus v dash u. d dx of x is 1 only, u is cos log x divided by v square is x square. So x cancel from here. We have now minus sin log x minus cos log x by x square. This is y2, that is d2y by dx square. Therefore d2y by dx square is equal to minus, you can keep the minus here and the whole thing here, sin log x plus cos log x. Taking this minus as a common factor, minus 1 cos log x here. So divided by x square. This will be our answer. Okay now students? Question number 11, you see, if y is this one, 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, prove that d2y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. Let us find out here from here d2y by dx square. So y equal to 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. Let us find out y1, means d dx of y is equal to d dx of 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. That will give us, this is y1, no, or dy by dx. y1 d dx of 5 cos x is minus 5 sin x minus d dx of sin x is cos x, 3 cos x. Now let us find out the second order derivative. d dx of y1 is equal to d dx of minus 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. Then it will be d2y by dx square, or y2 also you can say, no, dx square. d dx of minus 5 sin x is minus 5 cos x minus 3 d dx of cos x is minus sin x. So that will be equal to minus plus 3 sin x minus 5 cos x. So that is d2y by dx square. d2y by dx square. So this is d2y by dx square. And you see 3 sin x minus 5 cos x we got here. So which can be arranged this way also, minus 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, because if we open this bracket, this 5 cos x will be negative again, no, and minus plus 3 sin x, which is actually our y. Y was 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, 5 cos x minus 3. So this can be arranged this way, that is, it is minus y. So d2y by dx square we got as minus y. So if this minus y taken to the left hand side, this will give us what? This will be d2y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. This is the final answer. Okay students? So if y equal to cos inverse x, find d2y by dx square in terms of y alone. So in terms of, our answer must be in terms of y. So y equal to cos inverse x. Then from here we can do one thing. We can write cos y, cos of y equal to x, because y equal to cos inverse x. That means cos of y must be equal to x. Inverse functions properties you recall. If y is a function of x, then x is a function of y this way. So now x equal to cos y. That means 1 minus x square will be equal to 1 minus cos square. So 1 minus x square will give us 1 minus cos square means sin square y. So 1 minus x square equal to 1 sin square. So under root 1 minus x square is equal to sin y. Remember this, because this will be recorded as you know the given function is inverse function, no, cos inverse x. So if we find out dy by dx here, that is ddx of cos inverse x we are finding. So ddx of cos inverse x, this is ddx of cos inverse x is what? Minus 1 by under root 1 minus x square. So this is ddx of, so dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by x square, minus 1 by root over 1 minus x square. So take that is, this is y1 equal to minus 1 by under root 1 minus x square. Now again if we take its derivative ddx of y1, it will be equal to ddx of minus 1 by under root 1 minus x square. Okay, so ddx of minus 1 by under root 1 minus x square can be treated like this, minus and let it be here, ddx of this one, ddx of 1 minus x square to the power of minus half, right, like this. No, because if it is taken to the numerator side, it will become minus half here. So it will be minus this minus half will come here by that x to the power of n law, minus half into 1 minus x square whole to the power of minus half minus 1 into ddx of 1 minus x square. ddx of 1 minus x square will be minus twice x. Okay, no? And this minus will get minus plus, and this minus will remain. Then this 2 will get cancelled with this 2. So the result will be like this: x divided by minus x divided by, that is under root 1 minus x square to the power of 3 by 2, which can be written as whole cube under root x 1 minus x square whole cube, or can be treated like this also, minus x, see 1 minus x square whole square, it is 1 minus x square 3 times 1 minus x square whole cube actually. So whole cube part and under root here it is. So whole cube part can be treated like this: 1 minus x square will be out because from whole square taking square root, and under root 1 minus x square will be there. So this can be written here. So we can write it as 1 minus x square and 1 minus x square and into under root 1 minus x square, like this you can write. And as you know, x we are writing for cos y. Look at this beginning line, cos y equal to x, cos y equal to x. So wherever 1 minus x square is there you can put sin square y. So we have here cos y equal to x, means x equal to cos y. Where x is there we can put cos y, and where 1 minus x square is there we can write there sin square y, and where under root 1 minus x square is there we can write sin y. So let us write that way here. So minus x stand for cos y, divided by 1 minus x square, it stand for sin square y, into then under root 1 minus x square stand for sin y. Okay, so if we simplify this whole thing now, it will be like this: cos y by sin y, cos y by sin is cot y, so it will be minus cot y. Just you think like this: cos y by sin y is a cot y. and 1 by sin square y is cosec square y. Cosec square y. So this is our final answer. Okay, students, the answer is in y. In terms of y you have expressed this. Please see the whole thing. Okay, this part you understood, I think, by that ddx of x to the power of n law. So by that we have got like this, half in this into here x to the power of, this is x, suppose n minus 1, that way. So the whole thing is this like this. Question number 13 is here, students. Question number 13, that is y equal to 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. Okay, y equal to 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x, and you have to show that x square into y2 plus x into y1 plus y equal to 0. We have to form this equation. That means we have to find out the second order derivative. So here y equal to 3 cos log x. If we take dy by dx, then it will be 3 cos log x is minus sin log x. No? Then derivative of log x is 1 by x. Next, this part plus 4 sin log x is cos log x into log x, its derivative is 1 by x. 1 by x. So we got here, that is minus 3 sin log x divided by x plus 4 cos log x divided by x. Okay, so now you find out d2y by dx square. d2y by dx square is equal to ddx of, but this whole thing can be written together also like this, x in x as LCM minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x, or say it is dy by dx. Okay, so dy by dx equal to minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x divided by x. Now taking the differential coefficient of both sides once again, this is dy by dx. I have cancelled this one, d2y by dx square I wrote, but since I combined this two taking LCM, so in this step we are not taking d2y by dx square. Now we will take, so d2y by dx square is equal to ddx of this whole expression minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x divided by x here. So now using this u by v law, we can differentiate this, no? Treating this whole thing as u and this one as v, suppose. So u dash v means its logarithmic, its differentiation minus sin will be cos minus 3 cos log x, and log x its derivative is 1 by x. That is then again plus this will become minus again, minus 4 sin log x, 4 sin log x, and log x its derivative is 1 by x. So this is u dash. Now u dash v, v means x. For this whole thing we need to multiply x here. U dash v plus v dash u. V dash means ddx of x. ddx of x is 1. U means the whole expression this one. What is that? Since space is not here, I will write down here. Okay, students, try to understand. So it will be minus u dash, v dash u. V dash is 1 into this u minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x, 4 cos log x divided by x square, okay, divided by x square. So is equal to, here this x, when it will be multiplied over this x will get cancelled. Then here will be minus 3 cos log x minus 4 sin log x, okay. Then by this, if we multiply over this will become plus 3 sin log x, okay. Then plus minus 4 cos log x divided by x square. Just you look at this expression here, the beginning expression, y equal to 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. That means this whole thing represents y, okay. The same thing we are getting here, minus 3 log x, cos log x and 4 sin log x, this whole thing. If we take the minus as a common factor, minus 1, then it will be just like this, minus bracket 3 cos log x, then here will be plus, okay, 4 sin log x, okay. So this will be y now. Then plus, what is here, plus 3 sin log x minus 4 cos log x, okay. 3 sin log x minus 4 cos log x. If we take there this minus as a common sign, common factor, then it will be like this, 4 cos log x, 4 cos log x minus 3 sin log x, 3 sin log x divided by x square. So as you know, this part will represent y. Let us make it little short using y here. For this whole thing we can use what? Y. For this whole thing we are using y, because y stand for this, minus y. Minus, for this also, if you look at the expression of y1, you will realize here y1, you just look at y1 is this one, this is y1, this is y1, this whole thing. So y1 expression you see, minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x divided by x. So 4 cos log x minus 3 sin log x. If this x is taken here, then it will be x into y1. So think that way. Suppose I transpose this x to the left hand side, x into dy by dx, dy by dx is y1. So we can write here x into, for this whole thing, what I can write? For this thing, please see students, for this thing what I can write? X into y1, because dy by dx, look at dy by dx, dy by dx is equal to minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x by x. And when this x will be transposed here, it will be minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos log x. Here also same thing only, see, 4 cos log x minus 3 sin log x. So for this we can write x into y1, and for this we can write y1, y. So for this whole thing we can write x into y1 divided by x square. So this was what? d2y by dx square. Just look at this beginning, d2y by dx, that means it is y2. So now you see, if this x square is taken in this side, y2 into x square plus this will come here, x into y1 plus y here is equal to 0. So this will be this y2. So this is the required equation, x square into y2 plus x into y1 plus y is equal to 0. So this is our required equation. Okay students, look at question number 14 students. Y equal to a into e to the power of mx plus b into e to the power of nx. We have to prove this result. Okay. Now let us find out second order derivative. So here let us find out y1 means dy by dx. dy by dx is equal to ddx of a into e to the power of mx plus b into e to the power of nx. Okay. So then ddx of a is a constant here, e to the power of mx. So e to the power of mx will be e to the power of mx only, but ddx of mx is m, plus b into e to the power of nx will be e to the power of nx into, again, ddx of nx is n. So the final thing will be am e to the power of mx plus bn e to the power of nx. Okay, this is dy by dx. Now secondly, we will find out d2y by dx square. Let us find out d2y by dx square. d2y by dx square meaning ddx of this whole expression. Now am e to the power of mx plus bn e to the power of nx, this expression. So its derivative am e to the power of mx will be e to the power of mx, again derivative of mx is m, so it will be one more m here into e to the power of mx. You understand now? Plus here will be one more n, already n is there, one more n will be here into e to the power of nx. So the final thing will be am square e to the power of mx plus bn square e to the power of nx. So this is d2y by dx square, d2y by dx square. So after this, let us write that expression. We have got d2y by dx square and we have got dy by dx also here. Okay. Now let us write that expression here. That is, now we need to simplify d2y by dx square plus or minus m plus n into dy by dx plus mny is equal to 0. So d2y by dx square, this expression you write here am square, we have to show it as equal to 0, no need of writing equal to 0 now, we are just trying to show that it is equal to 0. So am square into e to the power of mx plus bn square into e to the power of nx, this is d2y by dx square, minus m plus n into dy by dx. This dy by dx is am e to the power of mx plus bn e to the power of nx. Okay. Then after that we need to add what? M and y. M n into y. Y is this one, this expression, the given expression. Y is this one. So write that here. M n into y. Y is a into e to the power of mx plus b into e to the power of nx. Okay, students. Let us simplify this whole expression now. Am square e to the power of mx, then here will be another am square into e to the power of mx. This one. This when you will multiply with this m, then that will be minus am square e to the power of mx. So I am putting it here. Am square e to the power of mx. Okay. Plus bn square e to the power of nx. This expression we are writing now here. This expression here. Next, with this, let us write this one. You see, as this b and e to the power of nx will be multiplied by this minus n, because minus plus minus n will be multiplied here. It will become another bn square but negative. Bn square into e to the power of nx it will be. So but that will be negative. Next term will be from here. You see, by this m again we have to multiply this also, and by this n we have to multiply this also. By this n, when we multiply this one, means n into minus n into am e to the power of mx, it will become minus am n e to the power of mx. Okay, then this minus n into this one, minus b n minus m into bmn, because by minus m we are multiplying, because by n what we multiplied we wrote already here, this is the one. So by minus m into bn e to the power of nx. Okay, now this is minus, and lastly these two are positive, plus mn into amn e to the power of mx, plus mn into b, plus b into mn e to the power of nx. So if you see nicely, for each term there is an opposite term of it, like am square e to the power of mx and am square e to the power of mx, positive negative cancelled. bn square e to the power of nx positive, and this is negative cancelled. Negative am and e to the power of mx positive, this one cancelled. Positive bm and e to the power of nx, negative, and this is positive, cancelled. So the final thing is 0 here, equal to 0. This is our answer. Okay students, question number 15 is, students, y equal to 500 into e to the power of 7x plus 600 into e to the power of minus 7x, and I have to show that d2y by dx square is 49y. Let us see this question. So let us find out dy by dx here is equal to 500 into ddx of e to the power of 7x is 7 into e to the power of 7x, plus this should be minus, because minus 7 will come here. So minus 600 into 7 into e to the power of minus 7x. This is ddx of this whole thing. So dy by dx we got. That means it will be 7 common here. It will be 500 e to the power of 7x minus 600 e to the power of minus 7x. Now this is dy by dx. Now if we take second order derivative now, so ddx of dy by dx is equal to ddx of 7 into 500 into e to the power of 7x minus 600 into e to the power of minus 7x. Okay, then this will be d2y by dx square is equal to ddx of this e to the power of 7x is 7 into, so it will be like this 7 is here, and here will be 500 into 7 into e to the power of 7x. Then this minus 7 will come here, so it will be plus 600 into e to the power of 7x is 7, so into e to the power of minus 7x. There, this minus 10 has come here, so that minus 10 and this minus 10 together plus 10. Again from here 7 is a common factor, so that 7 also will be out. With this it will become 49 into 500 e to the power of 7x plus 600 e to the power of minus 7x. Okay, no? So then this 49 into this whole expression stand for what? Y, because y equal to 500 into e to the power of 7x plus 600 into e to the power of minus 7x. So this is whole thing is y. So our final thing is d2y by dx square is equal to 49y. Got the idea? This is our answer. Result proved. So here it is given e to the power of y into x plus 1 equal to 1. If we apply here log, then it will be log of e to the power of y plus log of x plus 1 is equal to log of 1. Log of 1 is 0, or just let us write log of 1. that is equal to 0, and this y will come here, so it will be log of e. Log of e is just 1 only. Log of x plus 1 is equal to 0, so this is 1, that's why it will be y plus log of x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now taking derivative of this one, so it will be dy by dx plus ddx of log of x plus 1 is 1 by x plus 1, ddx of x plus 1 is 1 is equal to 0, and we got here dy by dx as, separating dy by dx as minus 1 by x plus 1. Now taking second order derivative here, we will get d2y by dx square will be equal to ddx of minus 1 by x plus 1. Okay, this minus sign will come here, minus, so ddx of 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so then it will be minus ddx of 1 by x plus 1 is what? That is ddx of, we can write like this, ddx of x plus 1 to the power of minus 1. Now I take its derivative. So minus ddx of this one is minus 1 into x plus 1 to the power of minus 1. So it will be x plus 1 to the power of minus 1. That means x plus 1 to the power of minus 2, which can be written as like this. So here it will be minus plus, that is 1 by x plus 1 the whole square. Okay, that is d2y by dx square. So d2y by dx square, which can also be written as minus 1 by x plus 1 the whole square, because if you square negative it will become positive only. So the benefit of this writing is that minus 1 by 1 x plus 1 is actually what? Dy by dx. So dy by dx can be used for this minus 1 by x plus 1. So here you got minus 1 by x plus 1, that is d2y by dx square is equal to minus 1 by x plus 1 the whole square. So for this whole thing we can write dy by dx also. So we can write it as dy by dx for this thing and then whole square. This is d2y by dx square. This is our final answer. Proved, no? Look at question number 17. Y equal to tan inverse x whole square. And we have to show that x square plus 1 whole square into y2 plus twice x into x square plus 1 into y1 is equal to 2. Okay students, question number 17 now. So here in 17, y is equal to tan inverse x whole square. Let us take first derivative, that is first order derivative, y1 is equal to ddx of this one. Treat it as x to the power of n formula use here, that is 2 into ddx of this whole thing will be 2 into tan inverse x. Again ddx of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. Okay, then it will be this 1 plus x square, if we transpose to the left hand side it will be y1 into 1 plus x square is equal to 2 tan inverse x. Now again differentiating both sides, treating this as u into v, treat this one as u and this one as v. So using u into v formula, that is a product formula, ddx of y1 is y2 into 1 plus x square as it is, plus now y1 as it is into ddx of 1 plus x square is twice x is equal to 2 into ddx of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. Okay, now by this 1 plus x square multiply the whole result, left hand side and right hand side, and 1 plus x square into 1 plus x square, so y2 into 1 plus x square the whole square, plus here will be twice x into 1 plus x square into y1 is equal to, here will be just 2 because this 1 plus x square is getting cancelled because we have multiplied all by 1 plus x square. Okay students, so I think this is the result. Yes, so our result is x square plus 1 the whole square as it is written x square plus 1 double square into y2 plus twice x into x square plus 1 into y1 is equal to 2. This is our final answer. Okay, students.